All right, my friends, so we have this Chrysler 200C leaking oil out of the rear valve cover gasket. So let's change it. And if you want to know how I found the leak using a bore scope, I'll link that video at the end. Next, disconnect the battery with a handy dandy 13mm. Now stuff it down right in there. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and disconnect this and start popping these clips off. You got one, then you got two, and then we're going to move that to the side. Easiest way to get these clips off, get two picks. You put one on this side, pull it up. Same thing on the other side, pull it up, and then it'll come right up. Now grab some needle nose, and what you're going to do is come right here, and you're just going to pry it off. Pull that out. Now you can move it to the side because we're going to have to get to that bolt right there and that bolt right there to get the intake off. Get your handy dandy 10mm combination wrench and get that bad boy right on, and then start taking it off. Same thing on that side. So now we got 7 8mm to take off. You got 1, 2, 3, which is right there, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So let's pop those off. So before we can get that last bolt, we're gonna have to take off this hose right here. So you're gonna need an 8mm right there and then one back there, but I'll show you that in a little bit. Let's get this one off first. She's nice and loose, and we're gonna go back there now. So there's the one we gotta take off, but before we do, we're gonna take off this clip, and let me show you what that looks like. All you gotta do is push that bad boy in and she'll come right off. So move that to the side, pop that off, and we'll be able to get the hose off. All right, so before you take the hose off, what you have to do is take out this little holder right here, and then boom. So you can either use some needle nose or your bear claws like I just did, and you just pull it up and it'll pop right off. But also you have this little ratchet strap thing is what I refer to it. You just gotta lift it up right here. Let me grab a flathead and I'll show you. So this little ratchet strap, you just gotta lift it up and it'll pop right off. But I don't like to use the flathead because you could sometimes break it, but sometimes they're so tight that you need to. But this one is pretty good. So boom, just like that. Now we gotta lift this up. So all it is that's holding this is this little holder right here, and you can just lift it up just like that. Boom, boom. Pop this out just like that. And then right here, you're gonna have to pop that up, and slowly but surely this starts coming off. So next we're gonna pop this up right here with our needle nose, just like that. So once you get all that stuff off, you got a little sneaky right here that's gonna try and trick you. So do the same thing with our needle nose, pull it right up, and then now we can slowly work that out.
Slowly but surely, this thing will come right out.
You can do it. All right, so we got that bad boy off, and put it to the side. And now we can get that last little sneaky bolt right there. All right, so now all of our bolts are done. So let's move on to connectors. We have quite a few. So you have a connector here, a connector here, and then these little clips that you gotta pop off. So you can just pry them up, and they usually come off pretty easily, just like that. And then the clip, you're just gonna push down, pop it out. Same thing over here, you gotta push this back and then pop it off. So now all of our connectors are off, but you got a breather hose right here that must come out. So let me pop that off. You just gotta wiggle it, and then you can pop it right off from there. All right, so your best bet to get this hose off is to separate it right here, because it's kind of hard to do it from there, but if you just pull this slowly and wiggle, she'll come right out just like that. And you can move that to the side. So now once you got all that stuff off, you're gonna have a bracket that's holding this bad boy down, and it's right here. So you would need a 10mm for this one, you would need a 10mm for this one, and a 13mm combination wrench for that bottom one right there. 10mm right here. Hit it with that atuget.
And take this one completely off.
So now, before you pop this out, we got a little sneaky right there. Gotta pop that out with either your needle nose or a flathead. And now we're gonna get to that one with a 13mm. 13mm right here. And loosen this bad boy up. All right, once you get that bottom bolt completely out, or screw, whatever you want to call it, this bad boy right here just pops backwards just like that. And you can leave the bracket there if you want. So now we can take out the intake. And this bad boy will push up, back, and out, just like that. So now we have access to the valve cover. So the next thing that I will start doing is we're gonna do all the electrical and all the wiring that's on top. We're gonna go ahead and stuff some rags in here and keep that safe. All right, now we're protected. So first I'm gonna go ahead and pop this clip off and move this completely out of the way over here somewhere. And now this is completely out of the way. So this is held on in this corner right here where the bracket was by this little thingy you just pull up just like that. So now we're gonna disconnect this, push that back, push this in, bam, comes right out. So slowly but surely I'm gonna start disconnecting everything. All right, my friends, so from here, I'm just gonna start disconnecting stuff. So let's go. This little sneaky right here. If it breaks, it's just a zip tie and there's a hole for you to put a new zip tie, so don't worry about it. This isn't something that's gonna break your engine bay. Just like that. So that's out of the way. Push this down, pull back. So that's all out of the way. Got another nice little sneaky right here. Pop that bad boy out. All right, we got that bad boy out. So now you got another little sneaky bad boy right here. Let's see if we can get him out. Got that little sneaky. So you can take off the fuel injectors if you want. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just grab like a, not a zip tie, but a bungee cord, and I'm just gonna pull it back just like this to get it out of my way. It's up to you what you wanna do. All right, so back here, you could see the little sneakies right there. So we got 4 of these. Let me see if I can get you in there. So 4 of these little sneakies that just pull straight up, just like that. And that's all you gotta do is just pull them straight up. So there's another one there, that's number 2. Number 3 is right there. You can see how they're wrapped around. That's number 3, and then number 4 is right over here, right there. That's number 4. So we're gonna pop all those off. So now let's pop off these ignition coils with your handy dandy 10mm. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I got this out of the way. All I did was I just pulled it forward, but it slides back and forth. But if you break it, it's all right. It's just a little plastic holder. You could always zip tie that. So don't worry about stuff like that. That's not really important. Same thing over here. We're gonna pop this out just like that. See the little thing, it slides. But I just pull it. Remember, it's just plastic. You can always zip tie that, so don't worry. All right, so now we have 12 handy dandy 10mm bolts. You have 2 across from each other, that's 2. 4 directly across. 6, 8, 10. 1 right there is 11, and then this one right there is 12. So I got them all except for this little sneaky right here. You gotta take this little plastic cover off. It screws right off, and then it will reveal your last bolt right there. But there's still 12 bolts. All right, so before you break this loose, you have to pop this sensor off with a T30. So let's go ahead and pop that bad boy off. Handy dandy T30. Got this bad boy nice and easy. So once you get that top sensor out, we're gonna go ahead and have to get this side sensor out. There's a bolt up here, and then there's one underneath. So there's that one, and there is that one right there. So we're gonna take both of those out with a T25, and we'll be right back. So to get this tube off, all you really gotta do is just pull straight up, wiggle, and it'll come right off. And now you can see your bolts much easier. So I'm gonna get those out. All right, that bad boy is off. Let's wiggle that bad boy out. Got another one, put that to the side. And now, see if we can break this bad boy open. Grab yourself a block or something, put it somewhere you're not gonna break anything, and then just slowly but surely start popping it up. You can already see it's coming up little by little. And now we should be able to get it out. Looks like I'm getting caught on this. Lift that up. Bam. And she's out. So we're gonna replace the gasket. We're gonna take out these sensors, replace those two gaskets because they come with it, and then replace these gaskets, this one too because it comes with it, and then we're gonna clean up our mating surface. So you see there's some glue there, and then there's some glue right back here, right there, right there, and then we're gonna clean all that glue up. But the most important part is to put, it's not glue, it's RTV, sorry. So we're gonna put RTV back right here and on the opposite side. So I'll show you that when we get to it, but for now we're gonna clean everything up. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take the old gasket off, and we're gonna spray it with some brake cleaner and clean that bad boy up as best we can. So now you're gonna get a T25 and pop off both of these sensors and replace those gaskets. Little pick tool, pop that out, and put the new one in. Grab a little bit of oil, oil it up, and put it in. Now we're gonna put everything back together. Don't forget this little bracket, a lot of people do, but once you get it back on, you're gonna wanna do the same thing to this one. So you're gonna wanna grab a 19mm deep socket and go ahead and knock out the spark plug tube seals. A couple wax here, a couple wax there, doesn't take much, and they're out. So now we're gonna go ahead and put the new ones in. You're gonna need a 24mm deep socket to knock these bad boys in. A couple taps here, a couple taps there, not much. So now you're gonna wanna pop this gasket out with some kind of pry bar, and then you're gonna wanna clean the surface before you pop it in. Not much, just clean it up a little bit. And then you're gonna grab a little bit of oil residue wherever you can find it, put it on the gasket, and then we're gonna use the 24mm again to pop this bad boy in. Doesn't take much, couple taps here, couple taps there, and she's in. So now we can go ahead and put the gasket on. If you're worried about this, just take note of how the old one came off. So now we can put the RTV where the timing chain cover meets the block right there, and then directly opposite right back here. You can actually see where it splits right there. Dab it here, and then directly opposite like I did right there. So now we can go ahead and put the valve cover back on. You're just going to finagle it in, and then you're going to want to torque it down to 8.5 foot-pounds in a start pattern. Don't do it too tight, trust me. And now you're just going to put everything back together. Don't forget your little sensor. That's very important. Don't forget this one either. We do need it. So once you get to this point, you're going to want to tighten these screws from the inside, making your way out. Alright, my friends, so the tools you're going to need for this job is going to be an 8mm socket, 10mm socket, a 19mm socket, 24mm socket, 10mm combination wrench, 13mm combination wrench, some curved needle nose, regular needle nose, a flathead, your ratchet, a torque wrench, a pry bar, and then that is optional, but I recommend if you do a lot of work that you grab it. Some zip ties, a T25 and a T30, an extension, some picks, your RTV, and then a block to pry with so you don't mess anything up. The only thing missing is the gasket that I will link in the description, so let's keep going. And boom, just like that, you replace the rear valve cover on this Chrysler 200C. Always remember, if I can fix it, you can fix it.